Okay, now time for tech and trends. We're going to be, delving into the world of music pretty much. I think last weekend there was TGMAs, and lots of people look great, and lots of people won great awards. So today we want to get into some of the categories majoring, okay, on the contemporary music. Now, so TGMA introduced a new segment or category for awards. It's called Best Urban and Contemporary Gospel Award. Now, this is what qualifies that song, okay? The song must be commercially released within the year under review, which was last year, and then it must have garnered significant public excitement and widespread popularity, and also be performed by a gospel artist. And so today, I'm here with my ladies to, dissect and kill that segment. You get it? Yeah.
We get it.
Are y'all ready for it?
Yes.
Somebody ready for it?
Ready.
Somebody shout, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now. All righty. So that's what I have Steffi B. I think your look looks great on you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I learned it from you. Yeah. We learn from the best.
Oh, shit, go me. And then, and then Sia Haley, my ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. So TGMAs. I know that you guys are going to be hosting some people right on Zoom,
Yes.
right? Okay, great. But before these people come, I just want to take your thoughts generally. TGMAs, were you there?
I wasn't there, but then I had the chance to, have a view of what happened
Okay.
on that day. And it was a great event, It's always good to honor, like, our musical acts in the country. So I feel like that scheme is pretty much good.
Yeah.
But along the lines, I expect them to do better.
Right. Yeah, lots of people have, their reservations as to organizing and all of that. Sia Haley?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the TGMA, and I think they are doing superb. They are doing really well,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited for the gospel acts that also won the awards.
Yeah.
I say congratulations to them once again, and it's good that gospel is dominating. And I was listening to an interview, and we had where they were saying the reggae and dancehall, they were trying to get their category and all those stuff, and there was some hitch-ups and everything. But when they got to urban gospel, it didn't take much. After a little, protest and a little talking, they were able to create that category for us, and I'm so excited about it.
I see. Well, that's great. So today we're going to be having this discussion, not just us, okay? We'll be having someone and Jay Smoke, right? And they are going to be joining as via Zoom, okay? So who's going to want to talk to them first? But first off, someone and Jay Smoke, if you can hear us. Okay, great. Yeah, now they can hear us. Let's start with someone. Your thoughts, general thoughts on TGMAs this year.
Good morning to all the viewers and to you and the entire production. Shout out to Jay Smoke. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, if that's fine.
Fantastic, we can.
So I typically wouldn't want to review this, but Jay and I happen to be on the committee for the gospel industry on TGMA. So we've been fighting this particular cause for years now, and so as urban gospel people that have helped pioneer the movement and the culture for almost 20 years now, it is very great. It feels great, and it's very, very important to us that, for example, we have our own category. We share it with the contemporary, but it is something that we cherish, and we are looking forward to doing great things with it. But generally, TGMA was good. It was great. I couldn't be there physically because we're somewhere else, but it was generally good. And the awards, Joe Metal winning Artist of the Year falls in place. He also won the Vocalist of the Year. Amidst all the songs that were nominated in that category, he dominated more than any other person. And most people don't know the difference between being a vocalist and singing properly very well. Like some people have great vocals, but they don't know what it means to be a vocalist. So
Exactly.
Joe Metal is an epitome of that. And so I'm happy he won that particular category as well. Team Eternity winning the awards, they also picked up as well the category as well, the urban contemporary category. They winning it for the very first time. I'm not mad at it. It could either go to that. It could have also gone to Joe Metal Give Me Oil because they had the most mileage and data backing it up as well. But ultimately, I'm looking forward to next year being dominated by my urban gospel people. And so urban gospel people, you're going to take up the fight, and then we're going to wave the flag high.
Great, fantastic. That's someone, right? So
Yeah.
Jay Smoke. Hi,
Hi,
Jay.
good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. So let's pick your thoughts on your general overview, TGMA's 25.
I mean, good morning to everybody watching us right now, and to the panelists in there as well. Good morning to you guys, and also to my boy, Someone. I share almost the same sentiment as Someone. I think that the cheating was really well organized. We had some really good awards coming to the gospel fraternity. My most proud moment was when Team 10 picked the Group of the Year awards. Out of that whole array of artists coming through. I mean, as far as the gospel categories are concerned, I think we are okay with that. What me I'm much more interested in is how we can move away from those gospel categories into the commercial categories. That's what I'm really at. Team 10 picking up the best group award, and also to all the vocalists, male and female as well, went to the gospel artist. So yeah, so that was great. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm looking forward to us going to the the rap performer, the rap artist, the rap song, Afro pop, those things as well. So hopefully in the coming years, we're going to get more gospel artists also participating in those categories as well. But overall, I think it was a great show. It was well organized, from beginning to the end. The hosts were fantastic, were funny, and the performances, Empress Gifty killed it. You know what I mean? Like she came and just killed the whole place, rocked the whole place, and also going out to Daughters of Glorious. Yeah, and I wish I could have seen more performance from the gospel artists. We had so many secular artists performing on that night, and I just quite question why is it that you have all these artists who are gunning for the Artist of the Year performing, but you don't have any gospel artists really content on stage as well. You had them on the poster, nominated for Artist of the Year, but you didn't see them coming on stage, coming show for why they deserve that spot. But I guess maybe they already had. They knew who they were going to give it to anyway, so maybe that's why they didn't bring them on stage. But I wish they had more gospel artists performing that. So overall, it was wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic. Steffi?
Yeah. So I want to find out, like, we're going to the best contemporary gospel category. I want to find out what exactly is the criteria for that particular category. What are the requirements to get into that category? Which people are the actual target acts for that category as well?
Who do we send that to? We can give it to someone?
Yeah, someone can start.
Okay, so technically, the organizers being Charterhouse, what they are looking out for is, first and foremost, the artist that is eligible must be a gospel artist.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need to be a contemporary, a choral artist. It doesn't matter. Once you're a genuine gospel artist, you are known to be a gospel artist, and you follow gospel music, you are eligible one for that particular category. The second thing is, kindly take note that the category says urban contemporary song, not urban contemporary artist of the year. So it says urban contemporary gospel. So what he explains fundamentally is not necessarily an artist award, but a song award.
Right.
So if you check the category that you just showed on air, you see that they emphasize, or was it the font size for the song is the course, and the name of the artist is okay. So those little details tells you what they are looking for. So you see Call by Scott Evans, Give Me Oil, Joe Metal, Owawini, Nana Yao, Diffie, Team Eternity, Cast Your Burden, Kobe Sam, Dry Bones, or Hima Mercy, and all that. So what they are looking for is, one, the song must have the elements of R&B, or must have the element of hip hop, or must have the element of pop in there. So when you say pop, you're talking about the Afro pop, Afro gospel, amapiano, all the other subgenres of music that typically are unconventional that you will find in a contemporary song or an urban gospel song. So they're also looking for artists like what's the Kobe Psalms, the Scott Evans, myself, King's Kid. They're also looking for any artist that drops a song that has those elements in them.
Okay.
Fundamentally, key elements, these key elements in them, your song is eligible. That's why some people were wondering, why wasn't Joe Metal nominated in the
that
best?
category.
Yes, for example, the best gospel category. That category now it's been separated. It's for the local and what's the name? Traditional gospel.
Okay.
And then the urban and contemporary is for the modern sound.
Okay.
So in Ghana music, our authentic genre is high life. Yeah, and gospel music is one of the industry upholding the high life. So high life, the local gospel and whatnot are in the best gospel category. That's why you notice that Praise Gifty picked that particular award, but she's not eligible in that particular urban gospel contemporary, what was the name, category. So if you are nominated in one, you can't be nominated in the other.
Okay. So what if you have like elements of high life in the contemporary gospel, music? Would you also still be nominated? Can you be nominated for both categories? Or so far as this part, you can't be nominated for like two other categories?
No, you can only be nominated in one of those categories. Remember, those categories are subsets of the gospel industry. At Tgma, the genre, they first work with the genres of music.
Okay.
So there's high life, there is hip hop, there is Afrobeat, there is dancehall reggae, there is gospel music. There are about like 5 main genres of music, and then under them they have the artist of the year for that genre, and then they have the song of the year for that genre. Gospel music is so huge that we can literally have, if it is just about creating categories, we can literally have choral group of the year, group of the year, and we would have to actually break it down and have traditional gospel. We may have to have northern gospel song of the year. Like, gospel music is so huge that they can break it into multiple categories. But for now, the most dominant categories are one, the high life, the local gospel, and then the contemporary and urban gospel. So urban gospel, we've been fighting for years for us to be acknowledged. And the best way they felt they could acknowledge us at this point in time, emphasis on at this point in time, is to share that category with contemporary. And in terms of gospel music generally or universally, contemporary and urban are quite similar. So the best way they could introduce that as to the world was through that category. So urban and contemporary, that category belongs to any gospel artist that drops a song that qualifies through R&B, through being hip hop, reggae, dancehall, pop, amapiano, whatever it is.
Okay.
Fantastic. All right. See?
Yeah, so this is to J Smoke. So I wanted to ask, I heard someone saying how you fought for this category to be recognized or to be implemented for the urban space to be recognized. So what does the introduction of the best urban contemporary category mean to this genre?
Thank you for the question. I feel like, it's a huge leap for the movement. Before we didn't really have any exposure. We're doing our things on streets and at churches and wherever they will accept us. We're doing that, but we're not doing it on a national scale. So with this introduction of this category, it gives us that international platform where we can showcase our best to the rest of the community, to the rest of Ghana. So I think like with this opportunity that we have, what we can now do is now try to work harder to earn that spot. Like someone said, we are competing with some really, really good contemporary artists, and so we have to step up our game if we want to stay in that category, you know what I'm saying? So if we are not stepping up our game, we're still going to be having the big boys, like the MOG, the Joe Metal, the Team Eternities, all taking over that category. So I feel like, as much as it's a good thing for us, it's also a wake-up call for us to get up and work extra hard to be in that category. So I mean, I thank, the board for, even thinking about us, after all these years and now considering that, we need to get that space now. And I feel like, all the urban gospel artists out there should take the opportunity and work hard. Some of them have started working hard, and I'm looking forward to next year's nominations to see how much of them are going to make it into this particular category. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I realized something. So when you are checking for the urban category in Ghana right now, so we have some names that pop up. So we have the likes of Scott Evans, King's Kid, and Kobe Sam, the likes of them, and they take the urban category to the schools. They bring it to they try to make it let's say more accessible to the students, those in the tertiary, the secondary schools. And I know for a fact that currently in our churches, the Gen Zs really vibe to the urban songs a lot. And how do you plan? And I know there are a lot of the young generations that are coming up and they want to venture into the urban space. So how do you think you could sell it more and make it more accessible? And I think last time I was listening to an interview with King's Kid, and he was even wishing to get an urban gospel artist to be, to win the Artist of the Year. How do you think we can work this more to get the popularity and the accessibility that it needs?
Okay. So currently we are working with a lot of media houses. We are trying our best to get as much content as possible on most of these media houses. So currently we have a program on Hits FM right now, which is the biggest, entertainment radio show in the country. So we have an urban gospel radio show there, which shows every Sunday. So we're trying to get that and also work with other media houses and also get our content on there. So we are working with TV3 to get a slot on TV3 so we can show urban gospel content on TV3. We are working with Joy Prime to get our content on Joy Prime as well. So all these platforms where, we know people gather to enjoy content, we are trying as much as possible to get in those platforms as well and show our content to the rest of the community as well. So it's not easy, but like we say, we've been working with each other house for a long time to get this category. So it's the same way we're also going to be working with all these other media houses to get our slots to be able to show urban gospel to them. So we're just praying that at the right time, God is going to open those doors for us to be able to propagate the gospel on those screens. But as I should say, we're still doing the high school tours. We're doing campuses, and most of these urban gospel artists are also trying to go into all the schools and push the gospel there as well.
All right. So I'd like to speak to someone with regards to Tgma as a whole. How does the whole scheme benefit gospel musical acts from your perspective?
Thank you very much for this question. One thing that, for the most part, I would say the generation before I can't see the generation before our generation. I'm part of that generation. Well, so back in the day, let's just say 15 to 20 years ago, the perception about gospel music was, when we shoot music video, flowers. Like you see flowers, you see white globes and all those things, the dove coming from the sky, all those things. Aside those type of perception, even the gospel artists ourselves didn't think it was necessary to participate in award schemes like this, because there is a tendency for you to lose focus. There is a tendency for you to be overly emotional about it and it becomes your focus group. So somebody will wake up and instead of releasing songs on the time or with the direction of God, the person wants to just release the song so that Charlie can be nominated for an award. All those perceptions through Tgma, a lot of people have outgrown a lot of these thoughts. It's not a bad thing to be rewarded. It's not a bad thing to be awarded. And these schemes and systems and structures have been put in place by as human beings. We have the power as human beings on earth to do what will benefit us and help us grow. And there are huge benefits of taking part in TGMA. Aside this year's TGMA that I couldn't attend, last 3 years I've attended TGMA. And each and every time I end up as on the red carpet, right? Be it as an artist, be it as a media house, there's so many media houses that grant me a lot of interviews. There's so many media people that I meet. Some my mates, some that interviewed me 10 years ago when they were now starting radio. They are now managers, general managers, and all that. It gives you the opportunity to meet the entire industry. So you meet music managers, record labels. You meet so many people. Movie directors are there, promoters are there, actors, actresses are there. It's a huge industry. And TGM is the main award or the biggest award in the country that unifies all the entertainment sectors. So if you decide to be a part of it, it benefits you a lot. And think about it. As we are here today, we've most likely mentioned some names of certain artists as discussion. They probably are sleeping in their bed or they are already out there doing business. But your names keep what people keep bringing up, and it pushes your brand. You understand? And if I come here and I mention somebody's name and you don't even know the person, because I mentioned the person, like, this person's name, someone has mentioned it before. They said his song is the biggest urban gospel song. It should win over Diffie Diffie. Why? I didn't hear that song. Why should that song win over Diffie Diffie? You understand? So it gives us the opportunity to enter certain places that typically we are not used to. And I'll say this. The gospel industry is, to me, the biggest market, not just to me, but objectively, because remember, churches are predominant.
Of course.
We have a lot of schools. We impact lives on a weekly and on a daily level. The average upcoming gospel artist, even upcoming gospel artists, can minister at 50 shows a year, whereas an upcoming secular artist can't.
So with that, would you say, sorry to interfere, but with that, would you say they are treated fairly with regards to this award scheme?
I won't say.
And what would you expect, going forward?
Jay Smoke mentioned a while ago that we definitely want more to be done for us because we don't have a lot of voices in fighting for the gospel industry. That is the main thing at TGMA. We have a few, and the few or the handful of people are the ones doing all the incredible, making all the incredible impact and influencing things on the board, at the academy level, and even on radio. When the time comes for us to even talk about TGMA, even our radio shows don't like to delve into it. We have to push. You understand? We have to push. There's so much we have to do that we are not doing. And so I think that we ourselves as artists, management, managers, as the media, we need to also be a part of it and then take advantage of it. And look at the last 2 years. One of my schoolmates, he's called Portfolio. He led the charge for PR, and then it became a big thing. And this year, PR is huge for all the artists trying to win Artist of the Year. It has created a new culture and made PR beautiful in the eyes of people. I'm a PR guy, you understand? So I'm happy that PR has also risen from the ashes to what? As a phoenix. So right now, it's very important for all of us to be a part of it. If we don't become a part of it, these guys are going to push the agenda that they want to push. Because think about it. The average radio station is not going to be playing gospel songs.
Of course.
They play secular music.
Secular music all the way.
Yeah, and for us as Christians, we look at it as secular and gospel. But for Charterhouse, it's not about secular and gospel or worldly and church. It is about music. So they judge everything about music. So gospel music, dancehall music, reggae music. So they look at it from the music perspective. And so more people on the board, more people on the academy, more people in the audience, and the media itself, majority of them are pushing the secular agenda, commercial agenda. So if we are not pushing, then it is only okay and right, and it's just rational that we don't get a lot of opportunities as we are supposed to. But if we are pushing for it and we are holding on to the fort and we are fighting, I think the doors will open for us. And the more of us that push, the more of us
Okay.
like.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and I also wanted to ask, so what's the possibility of a secular artist winning or being nominated for the urban contemporary category? So I know for the criteria that we have here, so the song is supposed to have a significant public excitement. It should be to qualify the song, it has to be commercially released within the year, and even though it's not performed, it should be performed by a gospel artist. But we have a song like Asida that gained a lot of public excitement, but it wasn't by a gospel artist. But it had
Paluta?
Kim Paluta, yes. But it had the lyrics, whatever the message that is trying to say, share or send to the world, which has to do with God. It has gained the public excitement that it needs. I mean, everybody is jamming to it to thank God. Can a song like that be nominated for that category?
No. The
Simple.
same,
Yeah.
the same rule applies to the entire gospel categories. If you are not a gospel artist, you can was the nominated in the JJ. You can take it from here.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying simple and sweet. Yeah. I mean, there's no way, a category that is designated for gospel artists, will be given to a non-gospel artist, and that's one of the biggest criteria, for this category. You have to be a gospel artist. You have to be in that community, supporting, contributing to the gospel agenda in the country to be qualified. And secondly, you have to have done a contemporary or an urban gospel song. Just those two categories alone. That is all we're looking for. And I mean, you can't take one and leave out the other. They go together. Gospel artists who have done contemporary or an urban gospel song. So if you're not in that category, you can do a gospel song outside, and people can jump to it and everything, but it doesn't qualify for this album.
Okay, and how is urban contemporary gospel songs faring internationally? Is it
Locally, or I mean, you mean the global urban gospel space?
No, just maybe for Ghana urban contemporary gospel. How is it faring internationally?
Right now, we are still focused on making it known in Ghana, and so we are still working hard at putting that together. But I see my people are trying to, jump into the Nigerian market, which is closer to us. So you have people like Scott Evans, JM, and Ralph Abels, all going to Nigeria to work and do collaborations there in Nigeria. But like I said, Mencha, we still have a big work to do here in our country.
Okay.
So we are more focused on that, and then maybe later on we can think about outside.
So
I mean,
No,
okay.
please.
So from where you sit, J Smoke, do you think our gospel acts are really doing enough from where you sit?
All of them, or you mean the gospel,
Yeah.
urban gospel artists?
Yeah. Not just the urban gospel, our gospel acts as a whole. Are they doing enough?
I mean, definitely. I mean, when I look at what our brethren are doing in the secular industry, and I look at what our gospel artists are doing in our industry, you can't really say that this one is outweighing what these guys are doing. The only downfall we have is that we don't have that support like the secular people do. If like we had the same support, the Joe Metals, the MOGs, the Empress Gifty and the Diana Hamilton, if they get the same kind of support that, the Sarkodis and those people are getting, I can bet you that, we'll outdo, what the secular people are doing. But obviously, we don't have that, So when you talk about 24 hours a day, you tune in your radio station, 24 hours a day, how many gospel songs are you going to hear across board?
Okay.
I can guarantee you probably 5%.
Yeah.
The rest is
5%
people.
Right.
I mean, so we don't have it. So, but my people are still doing what they're doing shows every year. They're taking over an entire stadium. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, these are something that most secular artists can't even do. But we have gospel artists who are doing it. They are rocking churches full of people. They are doing all these kinds of shows. And we have we have the biggest. If I should say, I don't want to be biased and say that it's the biggest award show in the country, but we have one of the biggest. Praise Achievement Awards, which is superb. And there's nothing like that in the country. And that's been done by a gospel artist, by a gospel organizer. You know, so if we're able to create more platforms for them, the powers that be are able to create more powers for them, I'm sure they will be able to do so much more than what they're doing right now. But as it stands right now, they're doing fantastic. Yeah.
Great.
All right, so we will be wrapping up so for you to share your final or your last words with us. But let's add this to it. So, is there any other category you are looking for TGMA to add to the gospel sector or section? So let's take that, and then you give us your last words and we wrap up.
Okay. Samuel, I better take over. I know you have plenty to say.
So I like the questions you guys are asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are talking to two agenda boys, so it makes it good. So yeah, fundamentally, we want ultimately the urban contemporary category to be divided.
Okay.
We want to have contemporary song of the year and then urban gospel song of the year.
Right.
And hopefully, as time goes on, our choral groups, our what's the name? All these classicals, all these other subgenres of gospel music, like make huge impact strides, like the way Team Eternity did and brought back the group of the year. If you remember, last year there was no group of the year.
Yeah.
It was brought back because of Team Eternity. It's not agenda, it's facts. Okay, and one of the reasons why TGMA also finally agreed to add the urban gospel was the impact of also Team Eternity as well. Aside the urban gospel artists over the last 5-6 years, every year we had other artists making a case to
And
be
we had 1,000.
1,000 as well. You know, you feel the vibe and all those things. So that shows that it is possible for us to get these things, but we have to put in the work, like Jay Smoke was saying. So that's one category or two categories I want to see. Urban gospel category separate.
And then contemporary.
Aside that, yeah, and maybe it's not about new categories. What I would want to do or see is us dominate other categories. Because aside the gospel categories that we are capable of being nominated in, like video of the year, group of the year, we are eligible for songwriter of the year. We are eligible for male and female vocalist of the year. We are eligible for record of the year. We are eligible for rapper of the year. So hopefully the coming year, I'll see an urban gospel artist be nominated in what's the name, rapper of the year category. So all the other categories aside the main categories for a particular genre, we are eligible to be in there. So for example, it is possible for me to be nominated in High Life of the Year. They might not agree because similarly, people are not allowed to be in our category for a major song, but it's possible for me to drop a song and be nominated in the High Life category of the year. I can enter into other categories when it comes to the songs, but they can't enter ours.
Okay.
You get
Okay.
We want to create that education for a lot of gospel artists so that we can have people entering. I've forgotten the name of the lady who won the female vocalist of the year.
Esther Goodwill. Esther.
Goodwill, yes.
Yeah.
Now that a lot of you, the funny thing, Jay will remember when we had the first committee meeting and we were noting down the names of what's the name? Female vocalist. She was one of the last that were mentioned.
Or that's Jay Smoke,
No,
right?
that's someone.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, we have to go. I think I endorse that we have to do this again.
Yeah, we have to
Because
them.
these guys are just deep whales. But thank you so much, Someone and Jay Smoke. Your
Thanks
thoughts
a lot.
are really, 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 really insightful. We're really grateful. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy music. Keep making good music. We'll vote for you. Don't worry. Whatever time we have, anytime we have the chance to vote for you, we definitely will vote for you. Yeah, but have a great day. Okay, ladies. Right, so what's up next? What's up for text? What's up for trends?
Cynthia, do you have
Yes. So tomorrow we have one of the biggest also events that will be happening. That's the Ministers Conference that has been organized by Pastor Emmett Jim Kuneidu. And this is one thing that a lot of gospel artists or should I say gospel ministers look forward to, because you get a chance to hear the word. You get the chance to also relate with other gospel artists. We have the likes of Joe Mettle, we have Prophet Edem, we have Pastor Isaiah,
Oh, Fifi Fosun, that's
yes,
the first.
he'll be there. Pastor Edwin Datson, Reverend Chumesi Yebua will also be there as well.
Okay.
And this will be tomorrow at 9 a.m. The venue is at the Liberty Center, Assemblies of God, La Paz. NTI Flat. Is it NTI Flat?
Yeah.
Opposite GT Bank. So yes, this is an event we all have to look forward to. I mean, it's not just for ministers. If you are a church worker, you can
find yourself
be there as well, and you'll be blessed. And there is also a song that is trending. I mean, it was released today, and in 2 hours it had like 6K views.
Wow, that's wow.
It had 12K likes and shares, a lot of shares.
Wow, that's good.
And this is No Turning Back is by Gaze Baba and then Pastor Lawrence Oyo.
Oh, okay.
And
then it makes sense why it's trending.
I know, right?
Before the song even came out, I mean, the people are anticipating.
But is the tune fire, or does it have to do with other elements they contributed to the song that has to do with its spike?
Everything about it is ish.
Oh, I see.
And so I would like us to take it. That's how we use it to wrap up for the
Tech and Trends
segment.
today.
So I hope to see everyone next week right here on Dominion TV's Wake Up Africa. This is Sia Hine with
Stephanie B. Thanks for making time with us on Tech and Trends today. Have a wonderful week and catch up with you next week.
So let's sign off with the No Turning Back. Oh, Biadela, you are here too.
Yeah, our darling Biadela.
Well. I love it. I think that I love the two of you together. It's really, really nice.
You too.
And I must say, Steffi, I enjoy your tech, the 360 thingy that goes on. Really, really, really great. And thank you so much, Sia Hene. But there's no turning back, Charlie. When we pick Christ there, we are going like this. There's no turning back. Enjoy that music, and let's take a quick turn. After that, we'll be back.